What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. This is your Sunday Motivator, and I got a great video full of charts, stocks, and news just for you. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab, tons of tools and tidbits to make you a more successful trader right there at your fingertips, and everything Traders War Room has to offer with products and services. Invest in yourself in 2022 and come along for the ride with us. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. Traders War Room legal disclaimer. This is not financial advice. All content on this channel is for entertainment and education purposes only. You're responsible for every decision you make. We want you to have fun, use caution, and always go to war. Check out traderswarroom.com and stay up to date with everything Traders War Room has to offer, like these. One-on-one mentoring. Refine your strategy, develop a new plan, increase your profitability. Sessions are always focused on you. Take a look at what we have to offer at traderswarroom.com and book today. Traders War Room Zoom classes. Every battle needs a plan. Let Traders War Room help you develop yours. You can purchase upcoming classes and register for the class right from their website, and all of our historical classes are put on the website, and you can purchase them and watch them right from the website 24/7. Truly amazing feature. $15 a pop. You cannot beat the content and the quality that we offer at traderswarroom.com. And last but not least, our flagship, guys, the Traders War Room Discord. One-stop shop with free and paid services for all traders and investors. Truly an amazing server. Come check it out today. Here are just a few of the services that we offer over at the Discord. And listen, guys, we got that machine learning trading AI algorithm bot that is taking the market by storm, only on Traders War Room and only on the Discord. Check it out today. Stay tuned. At the end of the video, we'll have our upcoming class and other promotions. Right now, we got the Buzz Report up next. What's hot and what's not in the stock market. All right, so here's how your markets closed on Friday. We ended up closing slightly in the green, not by much, but it was definitely a positive ending to the market on the Friday. Another representation so you can kind of see the overall lay of the land. And here's a representation of ETS and indexes. Definitely energy and healthcare had a huge week last week, and technology suffered. So we're going to pay attention to those, expecting a little bit of a downward trend in energy, hopefully some continuation in healthcare, and I'd like to see technology bounce up as well. Here's how your sectors ended. We had real estate and utilities up the biggest winners, and industrials and technologies the biggest losers. Financials, don't sleep on the financial sector, okay? It's been beat up and it's kind of gone back and forth, but it's looking to hit an area, and I got a feeling that we're going to start to see some fireworks here soon. Here's your total premiums, calls versus puts. This is where the big money's going, people. Pay attention to how the big money flows, because that's what draws the sentiment. And a lot of these bigger mega cap type stocks, these can pull a lot of weight in their particular indexes. Here's your top trending. Now you're starting to see a lot of crypto and a lot of Forex trending. Guys, listen, in high inflationary times, a lot of Forex likes to trade hard, which is one of the reasons why we brought a new Forex trader on Traders War Room, the Discord, so that I can keep up with this trend and get you guys the best analysts to push out those real buy-sell alerts. So check it out. And today I'm adding the WSB trending just to give you guys a little compare and contrast with some of the other trending stocks that we have. I like in this one, I like Wish, I like Body, I like AMD, and I think Taco will do fairly well. So I'm definitely paying attention to a few of these tickers as well. So hot news, Tesla unable to start Shanghai production on Monday. So we're paying attention to Tesla because any type of negative news has a sentiment and a tendency to go ahead and push that sentiment down with Tesla. So we're paying attention to it because that can also pull some of the other EV type of stocks along with it. Oil prices set to open after largest weekly fall in 2 years. Traders await SPR details. So oil futures were set to open for Asian trades on Sunday after both Brent and U.S. crude benchmarks posted their biggest weekly falls in 2 years last week as the United States announced the largest ever release from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve. So we're definitely paying attention to oil, and I got a couple of the stocks here in a second that you guys should be paying attention to as well. And so this is interesting because China's BYD ends full combustion engine cars to focus on electric plug-in hybrids. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this because I don't really care about BYD, but the movement to move away completely from combustion cars is huge. And I think that it can have a little bit of a trickle effect on the U.S. type of businesses because China's trying to get it first. We don't want them to be first to go all electric, blah, 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 all that stuff. So we could see some sparks inside of the electric vehicles, which would contrast that negative news that Tesla is seeing right there. So it'll be interesting how this plays out this week in the electric vehicle sector. So I want you guys to pay attention to some of the tickers on the auto and truck manufacturers. We're paying attention to these. Some of these are strictly EV and some of these are also combustion and some of these got the combination. So we're paying attention to these, especially the ones that are in that EV type of sector. We'll see how these kind of movements and the type of information that comes out from the companies regarding going EV compared to staying combustion. Continuation, just to give you some extra tickers to pay attention to and do your own DD. And going off the oil and gas, we're paying attention to these because oil and gas has been booming, guys. And we're due for a cool down period. And especially if things are kind of shaky in this particular sector, it'll probably come down sharply. Some will do better than others, of course, but we're paying attention to ones because we want to make sure we catch the right moves in the right direction with the right tickers that can make us money. Okay, enough news. Let's look at some stocks, some charts, and try to get a plan in motion. And we thank Earnings Whisperer for the most anticipated earnings for this particular week coming up. Not too many. We're only paying attention to a couple of them, and we got the charts here next. Always paying attention to SPY, and SPY is at a decent level, guys, that we need to really pay attention, okay? If it drops below this $450 and it closes below there, we got to pay attention to that because that could have a cascading effect to the downside. So we're paying attention to that level, as if we can stay above this 450 and close hard, we probably can look to some upside and potentially go back up there and test that 460, 465, so on and so forth. Paying attention to XOP as oil is in focus, and we want to see if it can hold this level and potentially break out of this consolidating pattern it has, or if we're going to reach a pinnacle and it fails and gets rejected and we start the cascading effect to the downside. So definitely paying attention to this. XOM, CVX, BP, a lot of those big tickers that have a lot of weight in this particular index are on the radar. And a new one I want you guys to pay attention to. This is in the real estate, and particularly the real estate of industrial. So I want you to pay attention to VICI, okay? VICI, it's a little bit cheaper, a little less unknown, but definitely noteworthy as this thing looks to be like it wants to run and try to make those new highs coming in. So pay attention and start putting these REITs on your guys' radar, as these are great inflation type trades where a lot of people will tuck money away for safekeeping. Another one, this one is a little bit more popular than the other one. Actually, a lot more popular than the other one is VNQ. You guys should pay attention to this one. This is the Vanguard and has a very long history of being very good in this particular sector. Again, this is one of those real estate REIT ETFs, and you guys got to pay attention to these, especially when we're talking about inflation rates. Of course, we're paying attention to Tesla, especially with the negative news that came out. Now, Tesla is one of those weird ones. You can get the negative news, dump, and then all of a sudden reverse and turn back around and skyrocket. But I got a feeling since we've hit kind of a pinnacle, we'll probably see a little bit of downward pressure. And I would not be surprised if we start testing down there at, below 1050, and even possibly if we get a cascading effect from downward pressure going down into the high 1000 type of area. So definitely pay attention to Tesla. Again, this is a huge day trader's dream type trade, especially catching them on the down, seeing the reverse, catching on the up. You can make money both ways on Tesla very easily. Apple has a lot of people's attention as we saw it come up there and try to test that $180 range. And a lot of people are having this watching, and they got a lot of money floating into this. So this goes both ways, man. A lot of money onto the call side and onto the put side. We're paying attention to it. If I were to see and just go off of this chart alone, I think we possibly have a little bit of upward momentum, and we'll probably go up and try to test, 175, 176, see if we can hold that level. But if we can't, we'll reject, and we'll probably start going down a little bit further and to see 170. So we're definitely paying attention to this, and this is one you got to watch. Another one I really like at this level, and we're talking about the big boys here, okay, is Microsoft. I like it at this level. I think we continue to come up, and I think we're wanting to try to make a new high. So I got a feeling we're going to start creeping up and closing above this 311 area. And once we start closing above there, I think the next push is a strong push up to 320 and possibly even 330. See if we can break out and go into a new high. One of the stocks we're paying attention to because of earnings is Twr Ai. Now, also, this could have a lot of huge implications, especially with a lot of the weed stocks being in the federal circle as far as the buzz. So we're paying attention to these. Another one to watch is SNDL. So pay attention to these come next week. We also have Skillsoft, back in the name again with some earnings. And it has kind of a pattern that I like. I think we got a little bit of continuation moving into earnings. This is a tricky one too because it definitely has a lot of downward pressure here of recently. However, it's also making some higher highs and higher lows, trying to come out of its bottom pattern. So we're paying attention to this, and we could get a decent push if we get the volume on the buy side. And last one that's an earning trade coming into this week is you got Levi. Now, I think Levi has some downward pressure, and I got a feeling that we're probably going to start pushing down towards $19 area, testing that area, and probably we'll see that sales kind of declined a little bit as far as denim is concerned, and we'll end up going down a little bit further. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the week we're closer to $18.5, even $18. I want to talk about Wish for a little bit. Now, Wish has been beat up hardcore, guys. Now, I do want you guys to pay attention to this one because at this particular price here, I think this is a fantastic area to start getting in and nibbling away at positions, okay? Now, I'm not talking about contracts on this one, but this is one of those, in my opinion, that you buy shares and you hold long and you just see what they do, okay? If you guys remember back in the day when Amazon was moving around and doing its thing, it spiked up, it dipped down, and it even got down to, like $7 and $6, okay? This is kind of in that realm, in my opinion. I think just over the long term, they're going to end up getting CEOs and business things that makes this a better product. And down here at this level is just one of those areas. You buy 100, 500, maybe even 1,000 shares if you could afford it, and you just sit on it and let it do its thing over a period of 5 to 10 years. AMD, we got high hopes for a big bounce from this bottom level where it's at. The extremely popular ticker definitely had some selling pressure, but it bounced pretty nice at the end of the bell. And I got a feeling we're going to see some continuation moving forward. And hopefully we can push hard towards 115, even 120 maybe. That would be a fantastic trade as we got a call open on this one for a swing over the weekend. Always paying attention to XOM. I do like the area where it's at here. It could go either way, okay? But I think if we start to see some of that sentiment continuation from last week on into the oil and sectors, we can see some movement. However, the bearish news as far as the oil sector concerns me a little bit, and we could see that downward pressure. And XOM is one of those that people are going to take their money and run, as far as I'm concerned, because they've been in it for a while and they've in the run up, and so they're going to probably start profit taking if we get that negative news that's kind of circling around. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes at the bell. And Bank of America, I'm bullish on this, especially at this particular level. I think we bounce from here. We might have a little bit more downward pressure coming in, but if you're looking at contracts for this one, I'd be starting to look for your calls and going out a week to 2 weeks. Definitely looking for the reverse on Bank of America, as I think it's been beat up too much, and enough's enough. Just a matter of time before we're going to start popping up. And again, you're starting to see a rotation in money, guys. So we're always watching the rotation. The penny stock market is starting to heat up. Now, a lot of these won't have options, but you can buy straight shares. And these things are starting to really catapult huge percentages, and you're able to flip them rather quickly. So we're paying attention to them. So I got a couple that I want you to highlight. Put these on your watch list and see how they do this coming week and into the next week, because this market is exploding. As you can see, a lot of these are some of the weed stocks and some of the smaller pharmaceutical stocks, but paying attention to these guys, because when these things move, and look at SNDL, for example, 70 cents to buy in. If it moves on some coattails of Tilray or some other weed news, this thing can easily pop up to hit 80 cents, even 90 cents, and you buy 100 shares, 200 shares of that. You guys can do the math. That's money easily right there, and this market is exploding. Right now, guys, at traderswarroom.com, you get a 5-day trial to try out our Premium 2.0. And here's the features that you get with Premium 2.0. You get access to the AI trade signal machine learning algorithm bot, real-time alerts from more than 20 analysts, stocks, options, crypto, forex. You get insider buys, analysts, upgrades, downgrades, access to pro traders and questions, self-development research library. You got a private premium only chat group. You get a premium self-charting TA bot, economic and news updates, earnings and chart feeds, account challenges, daily watch list. It goes on and on and on, guys. Oh, and did I mention the Twr AI Signal Bot? Listen, only on Traders War Room and only on the Discord are you going to find this truly machine learning algorithm AI Terminator on the stock bot. Check out how clean the alerts look, and this thing is destroying the marketplace and making everyone on 2.0 a killer. These are how the alerts come, very clean, telling you exactly when the robot got into the position, what type it is, long or short, and it's telling you the ticker. Guys, you're not going to find a better AI trading bot out there that gives you the results that Traders War Room does. And with the 5-day trial, man, what do you have to lose? Okay, you come there, you try it out, you make some money, and at the end of the 5 days, you don't like it, you don't want to stay with us, you become an awesome free member, and you still get all the free member perks that Trader War Room has to offer, guys. Truly invest in yourself in 2022 with Traders War Room. Guys, that's the video, man. That's all I got for you. I want to thank you for the loyalty. I want to thank you for the support. I want to thank you guys for coming along with us on the journey. Remember, at Traders War Room, we're looking at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors are our battles, and we're doing it together as a team. Attack, conquer, destroy, and we're always going to war. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to war together.